In the strategy industry, there's a controversial truth. Despite all our talk of data-driven decisions, most strategic insights still come from gut feelings and anecdotal evidence. This isn't because strategists are lazy, it's because the data that matters, the qualitative, unstructured data from customers, markets, and competitors, is notoriously difficult to analyze systematically. Today, I promise to show you how AnalyzePatterns solves this problem by applying rigorous scientific methods to uncover hidden patterns that predict market trends. To understand why this is so critical, let's look at the context. Strategy professionals are drowning in data. Every day, they're bombarded with customer feedback, social media posts, news articles, and internal reports. But this data is unstructured, meaning it doesn't fit neatly into rows and columns. At quarantadue.ai, every MCP workflow starts from the real tool interface, not from a generic prompt. The goal is simple. Keep the expert in control while the system structures the evidence. Inputs, reasoning, and outputs stay connected in one reviewable flow. Now the results become easier to compare, easier to review, and easier to explain. Traditional tools like spreadsheets or basic analytic software are designed for structured data. They can count keywords, but they can't understand context, sentiment, or the subtle correlations that indicate a trend is emerging. Manual analysis is the default, but it's slow, subjective, and inconsistent. One analyst might focus on negative reviews while another might prioritize volume changes. This leads to fragmented insights and missed opportunities. The real-world challenge is that markets move fast, and being able to spot a trend early can be the difference between capitalizing on an opportunity and playing catch-up. Now, let's get into the technical method behind AnalyzePatterns. Our software is built on a foundation of advanced natural language processing and machine learning. But it's not just about throwing AI at the problem. We use specific techniques like topic modeling, sentiment analysis, and network analysis to identify patterns. Topic modeling groups similar documents together based on content, so you can see what themes are emerging. Sentiment analysis quantifies the emotional tone, helping you gauge customer satisfaction or public perception. Network analysis maps relationships between entities, like how often a product feature is mentioned alongside a competitor. These methods work together to quantify pattern strength. We calculate metrics like frequency, duration, and correlation coefficients to determine if a pattern is statistically significant. A common misconception is that AI tools are black boxes, but AnalyzePatterns is transparent. We show you the data behind the insights so you understand why a pattern was flagged. So, what does AnalyzePatterns do in practice? The software starts by ingesting data from virtually any source: CRM systems, survey platforms, news APIs, social media feeds. It cleans and standardizes the data, then establishes a baseline of normal activity. From there, it continuously monitors for deviations. For example, if there's a sudden spike in mentions of a competitor alongside negative sentiment in your product reviews, AnalyzePatterns will detect this correlation and alert you. It calculates the strength of these patterns using statistical models, ensuring that only meaningful trends are highlighted. But it doesn't stop there. AnalyzePatterns includes a full audit trail, so every analysis is traceable and reproducible. This is crucial for compliance and validation. Additionally, you can use the software for scenario modeling. You can ask what-if questions like what would happen if a new competitor entered the market, and see how existing patterns might shift. This helps you prepare for multiple futures. Let me walk you through a hypothetical example to make this concrete. Imagine you're a strategy director at a technology firm. You upload 6 months of customer support tickets, product reviews from various sites, and recent industry news articles into AnalyzePatterns. The software processes this data and identifies a pattern. Customers are increasingly complaining about battery life in your devices, and these complaints are correlated with news about a competitor's longer-lasting battery. AnalyzePatterns quantifies this correlation, showing that it has strengthened by 30% over the past quarter. It also flags that sentiment around your brand has dipped slightly in regions where the competitor is active. With this information, you can hypothesize that battery life is becoming a key differentiator and that your market position might be at risk. You don't have to take our word for it. The data is there for you to explore. When it comes to compliance and reporting, AnalyzePatterns shines. The software generates comprehensive reports that are both detailed and accessible. These reports include visualizations like heat maps, trend lines, and word clouds, making it easy for stakeholders to grasp complex insights. For regulatory purposes, every conclusion is backed by data points and methodology descriptions, ensuring transparency. Whether you're presenting to the board or submitting to a regulatory body, AnalyzePatterns provides the documentation you need to support your strategic recommendations. In closing, AnalyzePatterns empowers strategy professionals to move from intuition to insight. It saves countless hours of manual work, reduces bias, and uncovers trends that would otherwise remain hidden. By integrating AnalyzePatterns into your workflow, you can make faster, more confident decisions that are grounded in data. To see how AnalyzePatterns can transform your strategy process, for kins, from for me sidas, says hyg, from for the ed s, from for the ed ac ec.